All right, so okay, that's why I'm feeling so hot. Somebody puts that. I don't know why it keeps on ticking up to such a hot temperature. Okay, so just start by loosening up. Just do what you need to do just to make yourself feel comfortable. Maybe some gentle rolls with the head from side to side, shoulder to shoulder. And then just circle the shoulders back and then maybe forward. And then one arm in front and one arm, the other arm. Okay. And then just sit nicely with a long spine. Good morning, Annie. So sitting nice and tall with a long spine. And just flip your palms today as a gesture to receive. Forefinger and thumb touching in the mudra. And just notice in the silence what's going on. Are you feeling busy, quiet, overwhelmed, anxious? And then on the next exhale, just let that sense ride out on the breath. And just noticing the sounds around you. Trying not to mark them as unpleasant or pleasant, but just sounds. And can you begin to let those sounds appear to be a little bit more distant now? As you start practicing a practice of pratyahara quite early on in the practice, start withdrawing the senses outward to an inward sense. Begin to notice where the breath is, not trying to change it for the moment, but the quality of your breath. Where it begins, where it ends. Is it shallow? Is it deep? Again, not trying to fix anything, not trying to change anything, just noticing. Now can you start to have an awareness that you're drawing in equally this cool, fresh air, equally from both your nostrils, swirls down the back of your throat. It fills up through the lungs and makes space around the heart. Your belly will lift a little. And on the exhale, you feel Mula Bandha, your base chakra, the space between the genitals, drawing inward and upward in a pyramid shape. And then just a little lower than your navel, but above your pubic bone, drawing inward and upward. You lengthen through the crown of the head, and in doing so, you feel the breath move beyond the back of the throat and equally out through both your nostrils, engaging Jalandhara, your throat chakra, your throat lock. And can you breathe in again equally through both your nostrils? Feel the breath moving through the back of the throat, filling up the lungs, space around the heart. And on the exhale, can you feel contraction through the abdominals? And the breath moving out through the back of the throat, equally through both your nostrils. If you're menstruating, don't sort of lock up too much on the exhale. Just let it be very gentle. And just keep that breath going for a few more rounds. Notice if you're sort of frowning through the brow area, third eye, and allow that to be spacious. Be mindful to connect the tongue to the top of the palate and push the tip of the tongue behind the two top front teeth. This is a seal from the top to the bottom of the body, of the energetic system. And we're going to do an Antara hold and a Bakara hold now. So let's all breathe in together. And at the top of the inhale, hold the breath for 3, 2, 1, and exhale 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold the breath and sit tall for 3, 2, 1, and inhale 3, 2, 1. Extra breath, sorry. And hold for 3, 2, 1. Keep it going. So breathing in and out for 4 and the hold is for 3. A few more rounds, and if your thoughts begin to run away with you, you bring them back to the sound of your breath. That's all you have to focus on is the essence of the breath, the sound of the breath, where it's traveling to, where it's moving to, and making sure that it's deep and not shallow into your chest and your lungs. Keep your eyes closed and be aware that your concentration might want to shift. You need to train the mind to bring it back in. Two more rounds. Let go of that breathing practice now and flip your right hand down so your palm is on your knee. Your left palm is still up. And let go of the breathing practice now and just be an observer for a moment. Noticing how you may feel differently from when you first sat on your mat this morning. Have a sense that you are drawing in through the left hand anything you are needing to receive for your highest purpose. And on the exhale through the right hand, you're solidifying that and you're grounding through it. And again, not marking it as good, as bad, And even if it's joyous, just notice that too. Maybe that's a deeper reconnection, sense of appreciation. It's quite normal to feel negative, sort of, or uneasy things in this human experience. And just appreciate that they can be life's biggest lessons and lead to your innermost joy if you allow it. And then bringing the hands to the heart center. Just bow the head for a moment, lengthen through the back of the crown. And then hands to the third eye. So you can mark an intention for your practice today, but I would just advise you to let the practice do what it needs to do. So maybe be open to the idea of what needs to be, and we'll work through that with the chakra system. So we're going to start standing today. We're going to work from the base levels up to the top. So just coming to the front edge of your mat and lifting up through the toes, spread them nice and wide and just ground through all four corners of the feet. Just make space between the toes and gently put them down. Yeah. Draw in and up through the tail, so lengthening up through the spine, reaching up through the crown of the head, and bring the hands alongside you. Tuck your lower ribs in and just lengthen up. Feel solid through the base, the legs are strong, yet the body is light. The heart is the midway point of the seven. The lower three are earthbound, and the upper three are sort of more spiritual, if you want to call it that way, or maybe what you believe in. Don't let your breath go. Keep it deep. Keep synchronizing your mind thought with your breath. And then inhale, lengthen through the crown, gaze up towards the thumbs. And exhale, hinge at the hips, bend the knees for the first one, folding forward. Inhale, find your halfway lift, make the space. Step it back into plank for your first one, on or off your knees, take your flow. Inhale, up dog. And exhale, tuck it back to the down dog. Hold it for 5 breaths. This is 1. Try stay steady today. The body and the mind always want to move to keep it busy, but this practice is going to be a training of the mind to keep still through the body so that you can really start to nourish the mind, almost as if it's massaged on the sound of your breath. So it's a gentle sound that you hear. That sort of ocean sound, ocean breathing. One more. Gazing between the hands, step, jump, or walk it through. Inhale, find your halfway lift, long spine. Tuck the shoulder blades back. Exhale, find the fold. Inhale, flat back, root to rise, lengthening up. And exhale, Samasthiti. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Step, jump, or walk it through. Take your flow. Inhale, up dog. Exhale to the down dog. Your right foot is going to step through for warrior 1. Gracefully up, fly it. Feel solid through the base. Connect with your breath. Exhale, chaturanga. 1 big long breath out. Contract your core. Inhale up. Exhale to the dog. Stepping your left foot through this time. Inhale, coming up, warrior 1. And exhale, chaturanga. Take your flow. Inhale, up dog. Shoulder tips back. Exhale, hold the dog. 5 breaths. This is 1. Lift the hip creases up and back. Make sure you're grounding through your forefinger and thumb, and your middle finger is facing forward, in line with the mid-center of your wrist. Feel the 3 energy locks, Mula Bandha, Uddiyana, and Jalandhara. You lock Jalandhara by gazing between your knees or your navel. 2 more. Widen your collarbones. Tuck your lower ribs in, but breathe big, deep breaths. At the end of your next exhale, lift up onto the balls of the feet, bend the knees, and step, jump, or walk it through. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, up, high mountain. Exhale, Samasthiti. A little bit of a Jivamukti practice here. Interlace the thumbs. Tops of hands face forward. That's it. Okay. Inhale, reach and lengthen. Exhale, bend the knees. You can interlace the hands behind the back if you fancy. Swing them overhead, straighten out the legs as little or as much as you can. Bend the knees on the inhale, step your right leg back. Low lunge. Put your hands to the floor, yeah? Exhale, step it back to the dog. Inhale to the plank. Exhale, take a flow, chaturanga, into up dog. Inhale. Exhale to the down dog. Inhale back to the plank. You can drop your knees down. Puppy is your option, or wide knees, chest and chin. Keep your hands on the floor, elbows in. Slide your hips back, body forward. Inhale, baby cobra. Exhale, tuck your toes, extend your child, use your core. And into the dog immediately. Gaze between your hands, step your right foot back between your hands. Inhale, lunge. That's beautiful. Exhale, kick it to the forward fold. Inhale, flat back, high mountain, hands up. Exhale, Samasthiti. Interlace other thumb on top. Inhale, lengthen, open. Exhale, bend the knees, hands interlace behind you and overhead. Hands back to the floor. Inhale, left leg back. Exhale to the dog. Concentrate, watch your breath. Inhale into the plank. Exhale, take your flow on or off your knees. Up dog, elbows brush your body. Exhale to the down dog. Inhale into the plank, puppy. If you can't do knees, chest and chin or don't fancy it today, lower down. Scoot it to your baby cobra. Shoulder tips back away from your ears. Tuck the toes, extend your child. Use your breath, use your core into the dog. Stepping your left foot back through, low lunge. Exhale, kick it to the fold. Inhale, high mountain. Exhale, Samasthiti. So one more round on each side. Interlace, inhale. Exhale, bend the knees, interlace the hands behind your back, lift the hips a little. Stepping your right foot back, hands to the floor. Inhale. Exhale, dog. Inhale, plank. Engage the core. Exhale, chaturanga. Up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, plank. Exhale, puppy, knees, chest and chin. Inhale, baby cobra. Make it spacious. Exhale, tuck the toes, extend your child, and into the dog. Inhale, step your right foot forward. Exhale, kick it to the fold. Inhale, root to rise. Exhale, Samasthiti. Last side, interlace, inhale. Exhale, bend the knees, interlace the hands overhead. Inhale, step your left leg back. Exhale, kick it to the dog. Inhale to the plank. Exhale, chaturanga to up dog. Exhale to the down dog. Inhale to the plank. Exhale, puppy, or knees, chest and chin. Inhale, baby cobra. Exhale, extend your child. And into the dog. Stepping your left foot forward on the inhale. Exhale, kick it to the fold. Inhale, flat back, root to rise. Exhale, release. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale. Inhale, halfway lift. Step, jump, or walk it through. Take your flow. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Stepping your right foot through for warrior one. Inhale, lengthen up. Keep your gaze center for the moment. Shift your body forward a little. So you've got this beautiful diagonal. Feel from the crown of your head to the back of your left heel that your body is long. Yeah? Extend the arms alongside your body. On the exhale, feel the core contract. Feel your tail tilt in and under. Your hips are squaring off to the front. And on the inhale, you lift and lengthen. Push your hands together. You can gaze up towards the thumbs. And then arrow the body again. And exhale, hands alongside your body. Inhale up. Engage through the lower base. Feel the breath connecting, yeah? You're working with Muladhara, the base chakra. And you've got two more. Inhale up. Exhale alongside you. So feel that space and that energy rooting. Your feet are equally pushing into the mat. Your legs are strong. And exhale. Inhale up. Keep gazing up towards your thumbs. And feel the energy lifting. Stay up there and just lengthen through the elbows. Keep gazing up. And feel the lengthening feeling from the root shooting up through the entire being, through the fingertips, lengthening up. Engage your legs. Feel stable through your feet. Feel the inhale expanding, space around the heart, and the exhale feels solid through your base. One more. And then exhale, chaturanga, take your flow. Inhale up. Exhale to the dog. Other side now, stepping your left foot through. Inhale, coming up. Warrior one. Keep your gaze center for the moment. So feel both hips squaring off. Feel train tracks with your feet. Yeah? And then let's go. Exhale, reach it forward. So find that diagonal through the crown and the back of the right heel. Feel your base strong. Inhale, lift. You can begin to lift the gaze up towards the hands. And exhale, squeeze it, diagonal. Feel that beautiful long lower back, yeah? Inhale, lengthen. Make space. Exhale, squeeze. One more. Inhale, lift. Exhale. You're going to lift and hold. Inhale. And breathe. This is one. Feel solid, feel stable, feel centered. Every exhale, you feel rooted and lifted at the same time. One more. Lift up as much as you can. And then exhale, take your flow, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale to the down dog. Gaze between the knees or navel. Take one more breath here. Exhale there. Gaze between your hands, step, jump, or walk it through. Inhale, halfway lift, long spine. Draw the shoulders back, beautiful. Exhale, find the fold. Bend the knees if you need. Inhale, root to rise, lifting nice and high. Gaze up. Exhale, samasthiti. Take a moment. Feel the space internally, just closing your eyes. You might feel a slight swaying sensation. And just can you start to anchor that swaying? So really root through the feet, root through the legs, the glutes, the lower belly, and the solar plexus. So you feel stable. And then open the eyes, keep the gaze in front of the tip of the nose, bring the hands alongside you. And then inhale, lift up with the hands, push the palms together. Lengthen through your elbows, draw your shoulder blades down your back, but keep reaching high. And then on the next inhale, lift up onto the balls of the feet. Stay steady there. Stay anchored. One more. Keep the gaze centered at a spot. And then exhale, keep your heels off the floor, but start to sit down in your chair. Keep lifting up through the heart. Breathe in once more when you've come as low as you can go, and then exhale, lower your heels down to the ground. Inhale, breathe in, lengthen through the arms. Exhale, tuck the tail in and under and sit a little lower in your chair. One more, breathing in. Squeeze the knees together. Exhale, sit a little lower. Last inhale here. Exhale, bring the hands to the heart center. Beautiful opening here, shoulders away from your ears. Well done. We're going to twist open to the right now. So twist and hook the outer edge of your left arm to the outer edge of your right leg. Keep your prayer together. Now, if you're advancing, take your right hand onto the meaty part of your leg. See if you can dip and squeeze it in a little deeper with that left arm. Keep the crown and tail in a line. Keep your head in line with your spine. Twist open with your body to the right side of the room. Push your prayer together. So you're working through the root and the sacral chamber now. Keeping that breath going, working into the second chakra. Twisting at the navel, opening the body to the side. Keep it active. Use your breath. Last one. Sit deep with your legs, your hips. Inhale, grow, root to rise. And exhale, take a bow, fold forward. Inhale, find your halfway lift. And exhale, step your left foot back into warrior one position. Inhale, breathing in, lifting up into warrior one. Keep your gaze centered for the moment. Okay. Draw your right hip back, left hip forward and up. Tuck the tail so you lengthen through the back of the body. Remember how we did that in the beginning now? We've just been preparing. So keep that nice long back and just lift the upper body. Yeah? Okay, with the next exhale, we're going to twist and open to the right with the arms. Exhale, twist and open. Inhale, breathe in. Push the palms. Exhale, twist and open. Stay low in that front leg. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist and open. One more. Inhale, lift and lengthen. 4 in, 4 out. Exhale, twist and open. Stay with that twist. Lift your left hip up if it's dropping. Take your left hand to the outer edge of your right leg and take your right hand, thumb down around your back, and see if you can then grab onto a piece of clothing or maybe your left hip. Yeah, so you're just wrapping it around. Now really tuck the tail in and under so you keep your back nice and long. Lift up through the heart and the crown. And then on the exhale, you're going to rinse from the mid part of your gut and bring your chest over to the right-hand side. Collarbones are wide. And you're really using the hands to help you twist at the moment. So every inhale, lengthen through the crown and the tail. And on the exhale, feel that squeezing and rinsing as you remain stable through the feet and the legs. Mula Bandha and Uddiyana, so root and sacral. One more. Now keep your body to the side and lengthen through the arms. And now see if you can hold that twist without actually using the strength of the hands. It's all coming from internal. Keep your gaze centered and keep your breath at that rhythmical count of 4 in, 4 out. You have one more. Palms are facing the side of the room, so little fingers are down, yeah? And then bring your gaze center. Inhale, lengthen through both arms. Little back bend here, lift the gaze if you can. And exhale, Chaturanga, take your flow. Step it back into plank, adjust. And exhale, lower. Inhale, up dog. Exhale to the down dog. Gazing between the hands, step, jump or walk it through. Inhale, find your halfway lift. And exhale, find your fold. Inhale, chair. Exhale, root to rise. Take a moment, feel the palms, and then inhale, lifting up, pushing the palms together, lift up onto the balls of the feet. One more here, lengthen, lift through the side waist, engage, and exhale, sit yourself back into the chair. Keep your hands up high, lengthen through your elbows. Breathe in, big deep breath, breathe out. Keep smiling, breathing in and breathing out. Last one to breathe in. And exhale, lower the heels down, hands come in front of the heart. Keep that nice V sort of shape. And then twist over to the left-hand side this time. Again, if you've checked in there and you're okay, take your left hand to the meaty part of your leg and push it and squeeze it forward so you can dip and hook a little deeper. Be mindful to keep your knees and your hips centered and not swaying to the side. Beautiful alignment. Squeeze your prayer together so that you open your body to the left side of the room. Keep breathing. Now your gaze might start shifting as a way for your mind to escape. Keep it centered on one spot. It's just in front of the tip of your nose or beyond, but it's steady. Last one. And then inhale, lengthen through the spine, lifting up high. And exhale, find your fold. Inhale, find your halfway lift. And exhale, step your right foot back into warrior one this time. Inhale, lengthen up through the arms. Steady off here. Yeah. Just notice what's happening with the feet. Keep them tracking. Yeah. And then exhale, twist and open to the left. 3 more. Inhale up. Exhale. Keep the focus and awareness. 2 more. Last one. And when you've done that last one, we're going to take the right hand to the outer edge of the right leg. Left hand moves around you. Keep lifting your right hip up. Lengthen up. Tuck your tail in. Engage both your legs. Feet are on the floor. Try not roll that knee to the inside. And then exhale, rinse from the gut. Bring the gaze over towards the left. Keep your collarbones spreading nice and wide. You've got 2 more. It's harder to hold static poses than it is to move because your mind has nothing to attach to movement. It's only in the present. You've really got to anchor it onto the breath. Now extend through the arms, keep that twist, and you've got another 4 big breaths here. This is 1. This is 2. This is 3. And this is 4. Inhale up for 5. And exhale, take your flow. Let's go. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, tuck it back to the down dog. Gaze between the hands, step, jump or walk it through. Inhale, find your halfway lift. Exhale, find your fold. Inhale, flat back, root to rise. Exhale, Samasthiti. 1 clearing flow. Inhale, lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Step, jump or walk it through. Inhale, up dogs. Exhale to the down dog. Gaze between your hands. We're going to step, jump or walk it through into seated. Extend the legs. Inhale, lengthen up through the arms. Getting into that sacral chamber once more. Exhale, hinge at the hips and fold forward. Bend the knees if you need. Any amount is fine. Grab hold of the big toes. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, breathe. So you're trying to sort of get your sacral onto the tops of the legs, yeah? Keep your breath steady. Your gaze is towards your big toes. One more. And then inhale, lengthen up through the spine. And we're going to give the legs a little hug. Give them a little push in. And we're going to step or jump it through into plank. Inhale up. And exhale to the dog. Gazing between the hands. Step, jump or walk it through. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, fold. Inhale, flat back, root to rise. Lengthening up. And exhale, Samasthiti. Okay, so we're going to start working a little bit more into the solar plexus now. So bring the feet side by side, hip distance apart. Yeah, I'm going to give you a side view maybe. So we're going to do a little bit of Agni Sara, and what this does is it grounds through the base, through the root, Uddiyana Bandha, and you start to open up a bit of the solar plexus and a little bit of the heart. So bend the knees and bring the tops of the hands just above the knees. Begin with having a nice flat back. So try and find that V vision in your mind's eye, yeah, where there's intention, most things will follow. And then begin to lift your tailbone up. Lower your sacral chamber down and begin to open up and extend through the solar plexus area and lift the heart up. On the exhale, you tuck the tail in first. You contract through your Mula Bandha. You engage through your sacral chamber. You round through the solar plexus and you lock off the throat. On the inhale, you find the freedom, open. And on the exhale, you tuck and round. Feel your feet steady on the floor and don't let your knees roll into the midline. Okay, so you've got a couple more there. Breathe with it. So just make sure your knees are in line with your second and third toe. Yeah, and your feet are sort of under, that's better, yeah. Okay, keep it going. Inhale up and exhale, tuck and round. And feel if you can work through all these channels, just feeling the freedom and then feeling the rinse. And again, connect with your breath. Are you counting for 4 in, 4 out? And we're going to do a little hold for 3. So inhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold for 3, 2, 1. Exhale, squeeze, contract, round, and hold for 3, 2, 1. Breathe in for 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold for 3, 2, 1. Squeeze and round for 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold for 3, 2, 1. And one more. Your breath, you've got it. Hold and squeeze. And hold. Inhale, relax back to the V. And exhale, just drop the top body over your bent legs, tops of hands down. Shake the head no, nod it yes. And then just let everything flop heavy. Let anything drain off of the upper body, down the shoulders, down the crown of the head, and through the tops of the hands. One more breath there. And with the next inhale, you'll begin to roll and round up, stacking as much space between each vertebra as you possibly can. Giving your neck a nice big stretch now. And then inhale, lengthen up through the body. Push your palms together and exhale. Let's just move over towards one side. Pick any side, it doesn't matter. Keep pushing your palms together. Keep your head nice and long, neck long. Keep breathing. One more. Keep your hips pushing in the opposite direction for an extra stretch. And then inhale up and exhale over to the other side. For an extra stretch, give the hips a little push to the other side. And then inhale, lengthen. And exhale, hinge at the hips and fold forward. Inhale, find that halfway lift, long spine. Step, jump, or walk it through into plank. Exhale, take a little flow there. Inhale, up dogs. And exhale, push it back to the down dog. Inhale, we're going to move ourselves back into plank. Keep that plank active. Lift up onto the balls of the feet. Shift your body weight a little further forward. Shoulders just a fraction in front of the wrists. Hug the belly into the back. And breathe. Feel the energy that you've created and the stability, the focus. One more. And then slowly, on or off your knees, lower down onto the front body, but brush your elbows against your side ribs. When you lower down, keep the hands exactly where they are. Point both your legs back through the toes. Ground through your little toe down. Engage the glutes about 30%. And with the next inhale, really push your hands, your palms into the mat. Lengthen through the back of your head, crown of your head, and lift up into cobra. Squeeze the tailbone down to the floor. Lift through your solar plexus and your heart up. So bring the front of your chest or your breastbone forward and up. Keep squeezing the elbows in. You can lift a little higher if you fancy. You've got another 3 breaths and you're still counting it for 4 in and 4 out. Keep it going. Becomes quite intense, and this is where you train more to stay calm. Last one. Slowly down. Bring one ear to the floor, and then bring the hands alongside your hips with the tops of the hands down and your palms facing up. Bring the gaze down to the floor again. Hug your shoulders back away from your ears. Squeeze your shoulder blades together and draw the shoulder blades down towards your sit bones. And then with the next inhale, you're going to push the tops of the hands into the mat, and you're going to lift the feet and the top body for locust. Keep breathing. Remember, rotate the inner thighs inwards and upwards. Keep pushing your hands. Keep the back of your neck long so the gaze can be down towards the front edge of your mat. Keep lifting, keep breathing. You've got 3 more. That was 1. Notice if it becomes jerky. That was 2. Last one. Lift a little higher. And gracefully down the other ear to the floor. Take a breath of recovery there. So you've figured out you're working into the heart area now. And then bring the gaze down. So for this one, I'm going to give you 2 options. We're going for bow pose. So you can simply just sort of have your forearms down and then bring your right forearm down and grab hold of your left ankle with your left hand and then kick into the foot and push into the forearm so that you feel the opening. And then you'll hold that for a few breaths and then you'll change sides. So just make sure it's even on both sides. Okay, if you're going with me, you can bend both your legs, grab hold of to the ankles, keep your knees in line with your hips. So don't let them go out like froggy legs. Okay, with the next breath, kick the feet into the hands, hand into the feet, lift the heart. Keep breathing. You've got 5. This is 1. This is 2. Steady, calm, love and healing. 3. Take it to where it needs to be with kindness. 4. And 5. Slowly lower down. Bring the hands alongside your chest, elbows in, and extend your child. Quads underneath your ribs. So it's not a wide-legged child because you've just done a lot of back bending. It's actually you want to support the lower back. So bring your quads underneath your ribs and extend the arms forward. Wiggle the sit bones down and back. And then inhale, walk the hands over towards the left-hand side. Breathe in. And exhale, squeeze the hips over towards the right. Keep your chest parallel to the floor. And if you want more, you can always take the right hand on top of the left. One more there. Send the breath deep. Inhale, walking it over to the other side. Shift the hips in the opposite direction. Keep the chest centered. And if you need more, left hand on top of right. One more. And then walking the hands back in front of you. Exhale, fold over the legs again. Inhale. shifting up onto the knees. Give yourself a little push into kneeling. We're going to do one last heart opener that's going to move into the throat as well. So you can double edge your mat, or you can take a foam if you've got one, or a cushion if you've got a wide enough one. And today we're going to tuck the toes at the back so that we really can feel grounded. But just be careful of doing this, that you actually really make this effort to lengthen the tailbone down and through. So make little glove hands and put your fingers on your hips and then sort of draw them back so that the thumbs sort of come to the lower parts of your sacrum. And then what you want to do is you want to push with the thumbs almost as a guide to tuck the tail in and under. Now, if you're feeling quite stable through your base, you're welcome to put the tops of the feet on the floor. Yeah. So keep your knees hip distance apart. If they're too close together, you're sort of going to be opening up through the hips. You want the hips in line with the knees. Yeah. Okay. Elbows squeeze together. So let's go through that again. Fingers on the hips, thumbs down, tuck the tail in and under, lengthen through the front of the body. Engage, breathe in, push your hips forward, open solar plexus and heart only to begin with. Squeeze your elbows towards one another and feel the more of the opening. Now, if you've got that, you can lower one hand and then the other to the heels, but keep drawing the tail in and under and lifting through the front line of the body. If you want more, and you want to open Jalandhara and you've got no neck injuries, you can release the gaze behind you. Stay there and breathe. Connect the tongue to the top of the palate. And if you keep the lips sealed, you'll feel how your throat opens even more. Do what you can. You've got 2 more breaths. Stay steady. Last one. And then give a little push with the hands, chin to the chest immediately, and then all fours. And a few cat-cows here. Inhale, curl it through. Exhale, tuck and round. Keep it going. Inhale, curl it through. So bring that essence of Agnisara back in and just feel how you can move it a little higher up into the body now because you've got your hands on the floor. So opening up the throat and moving also into the third eye and crown as you drop the top of the head right down towards the ground. And now just loosen up there and just be playful with this cat-cow. So see what you need to do. Maybe you need to roll from one side. Maybe you need to do little hip circles, yeah? And just feel what feels organic. What movement do you need? And just be steady here. Just a moment or two more to play. Find your natural rhythm. Just work with whatever you feel your body and your mind is needing. That mind-body-breath connection is really strong. The more you practice yoga, the more you figure it out. And then just find a level flat back and then inhale, curl it through. 2 center line cat-cows. Exhale. Have you still got your breath? Inhale through. Exhale, round. Now tuck the toes, lift the knees, and then exhale, find your dog. You've got 5 breaths in the dog. Keep it active and really just draw in here. So through the chakra system, you've got Muladhara now, engaging on the exhale. You've got your sacral chamber,
Your solar plexus is not bowing forward. You're hugging the lower ribs in so you can keep it quite well contained. The heart is lifting up towards your hips. Your throat is engaged by gazing between the knees or the navel. Your third eye feels spacious as you can feel the blood moving towards the head, and so does your crown. And then gazing between the hands, we're going to step, jump, or walk it through into seated and extend the legs out in front of us. Okay. So we're just going to do a little bit for the back of the body now, and then we're going to seal off the throat and the crown. So bring the left foot into the inner leg. Now, if you want to advance in this, you can keep your toes facing forward and you sort of sit the space between your genitals up and onto the right heel. Yeah. Okay. And your knee will roll in a little, and then you can bow forward, but be mindful it is actually really strong. So choose where you're working. And then inhale, lengthen. Notice if you've created tension, let it all go. And then exhale, hinge at the hips, folding forward. Hands come either side of that leg, and just use them to help spin the chest directly over that front leg. Breathing in, lengthen. And exhale, fold. Your drishti is towards your right big toe. And you're breathing deeply. If you're rounding through the upper part of your spine, you need to come up a little and you need to work at moving the sacral part down towards the top of that front leg. One more. And then inhale, walking it back and up, sitting nice and high. Just bring that foot about a fistful away from that inner leg. Left hand behind you, right arm is going to wrap, lifting tall. And exhale, twist and rinse. Keep your shoulders away from your ears and really direct your attention into where you're creating the space. And if you find restriction, work on easing it off through the breath. Bringing your gaze forward, releasing the hands. Now, if you can, just do a little core engagement. So hands in front, lift, release. Yeah. Extend the other leg in front. So left leg in front. And again, if you want a more advanced option, you just lift up and you set space between the genitals onto that heel. Okay, it's a bit of more of a lock system, but you don't have to. You can just sit here. Inhale, lengthen. So find that long sideways, find the front and the back line of the body. Shoulders away from your ears, gentle gaze. Exhale, reach, hands either side of that leg. Inhale, lengthen. Spin the chest over that right leg. And exhale, draw through the root and the sacral so that they come down towards that leg. Notice if you're reaching too far forward and you're creating tension in the shoulder area, just back off with the hands a little. And then encompass the breath. See where you need to be. A good one in your own time, if you're really feeling things, is to be in this position and breathe in for 4, hold for 4, out for 8, hold for 4 if you can, and then breathe in again for 4 and keep repeating that, but it is quite tough. Inhale, lift and lengthen, and then bring that knee up, make that fistful, right hand behind you, sit equally, grab, wrap, and twist. And have you lost sight of the breath? One more. Bringing the gaze forward. And we'll do one forward fold. So actually, let's just do that core strengthener. Bring the hands in front of you. wrap the legs in. Even if you don't lift, it's fine. You just want that triggering action. Shift, lift, and roll. Yeah. And then extend the legs. Beautiful. And then lifting nice and tall. Push the hands into the mat. Feel rooted, feel lifted. Lengthen. Still creating all that space through the breath. And then lift up through the arms. And exhale, extend. So remember, bend your knees. You're looking to get your sacral chamber onto the tops of the legs. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Soften your shoulders, soften your jaw, soften your brow. Exhale, fold. Inhale, breathe in. Hold. And breathe out. Hold. Breathe in. Try not gasp the air. Hold. Exhale. Hold. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. Hold. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. Hold. Next inhale, creeping it back up. Take a moment. So you can do reverse plank now if you want, or you can do this one with me, feet to the floor, fingertips facing your heels, otherwise to the sides, and then lifting up. Keep your knees in line with your hips. Keep squeezing your glutes. And again, if you'd like to open your throat and you've got no neck issues, you can release the gaze behind you. Keep breathing wherever you are. If you're in plank, reverse plank, you're pushing the balls of the feet down and lifting up, but you choose where you're working today. One more breath wherever you are. Exhale, chin to the chest and slowly lower down. Extend the legs. Okay. And we're just going to roll down. So activate, middle of your mat. And then we're going to push the hands into the mat. And just take a gentle twist if you feel like it to each side. Choose what naturally comes to you, safely though. Just releasing any last little bit of tension you need. And then hug the knees into the chest and we're going to lift the legs up 90. Now we're going to do shoulder stand. So if you're menstruating, you can always just lift your legs up the wall or hold them at 90, put a cushion under your bottom. Otherwise, you're going to rock back into plow. I'm going to stay steady for a breath or two here. So feel the opening through the back line. You're going to feel the breath becomes restricted in the throat. Make sure your chin is not touching your chest, your breastbone, that there's a little sort of line space between it so that the back of your neck is not flat on the floor. Interlace your hands now. Wiggle higher up onto the shoulders. Put the hands up high on the back and then lift one leg and then the other. Still a dynamic pose through stillness, squeezing the feet, the toes together, inner thighs together, glutes are pinching together. You're feeling all that beautiful oxygenated blood rush down, well up through the throat, the brow area, and the third eye, and the crown, your spiritual awareness. And you're just breathing. The breath might feel shallow, but can you allow it to move a little deeper beyond? Stay up and just keep breathing. You've got a few more breaths here now. And today, just stay steady. Just notice what comfort can come from stillness.
So sometimes when your mind and your body are telling you to move, if you don't move and you train it to be still, it sort of provides you an inner sense of calm. It's not easy at first, but the result is great. Sometimes when you want to be still, it means you've got to move. So it's a bit of that. So if you're up in the full shoulder stand, you want to start bringing your knees in towards your forehead now, slowly and gracefully. If you're up with your legs up 90, you can just hug them into the chest. Slowly plug the palms of your hands down into the floor, and very slowly, one vertebra at a time, you're going to roll down. Point the toes, push the forearms into the mat, and today we're going to do a version of fish. So flip the palms up, point the toes, lift up through the heart, and then exhale, you can release the gaze behind you and lower down onto the back of your head, the crown of your head. Keep pushing your forearms into the mat to lift. Keep lifting your palms, not lifting them, but they're shining up towards the sky as a gesture to receive. And then all together, exhale, chin to the chest, slowly lower down. Okay, take a moment there. And the last thing we're going to do is some skull shining breath. So roll over onto one side quite slowly, and then just come up into seated. Okay, and this is to stabilize through the crown. So skull shining breath. We're going to do 3 rounds of 30. So palms are up and out, 4 fingers and thumbs touching, last 3 fingers extending. Lengthen through your elbows. Yeah, so that's it, beautiful. And then sit really long through the spine. Soften your shoulders, soften your jaw. And then breathe in to prepare. 30 Kapalabhati, let's go. That was 15. Keep going. If you feel dizzy, just let go of the practice and just sit with a nice deep breath. Last 5. Breathe in. Breathe out. Just staying steady, keeping that gaze just sort of in front of you. Nice, gentle gaze. And we'll go for another 15 or 30. I'll cue you halfway. Breathe in to prepare. Feel the belly fill. And exhale, go. Pump. That was 15. Keep going if you want to. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in to prepare. And go. That was 15. Keep going if you want more. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Okay, and now we're going to take Shavasana. We've worked through every single chakra, and you should feel quite peaceful. So grab everything that's going to make you comfortable. I'd invite you that if you feel like the heart areas maybe are still a little stuck, that you take a sort of prop and you lay down in Shavasana with that underneath your heart. Maybe you need a foam or a cushion. Maybe you want legs up the wall and you want a little bit more height because you feel like you need to get more energy into the throat and the crown. You can lift the legs up the wall. You choose. Maybe you need to butterfly the legs out to the side so that you can feel more space through your base. Maybe you feel quite restricted there. Use an eye bag if you want to, or if you have one. And laying down steady now, is there anything you can do to make yourself more comfortable? Whether it's a prop, whether it's maybe moving the legs a little further apart, hands maybe further away from your body. And can you invite yourself to let go for the next few minutes? Let your bones feel incredibly heavy. They're resting. Let your physical body, muscle, tissue, organs, just be at ease, still functioning, but with ease. Can you think about a white light space in the brow area that fills up the brain and allows any thought to ground into the earth underneath you? Can you find reassurance and comfort in the ebb and flow of your breath with no control? And scanning through the body now, from the very crown of your head, instilling a deeper sense of peace and a knowing as we scan that everything is as it should be right now. And trust. Moving down from the crown of your head to your third eye, and let this space move down to the back of your head as well. So you don't only feel this projection forward, but three-dimensionally, looking inwards as well as outwards. Again, trusting that everything is as it should be. And then moving into the throat. Your communication with yourself and with others. Speaking your truth. And just being guided by that inner source of love. Moving down into the heart. Love and healing for yourself and for others. moving into the solar plexus area. Your wisdom, that inner gut feeling. And then moving into the sacral of power and creativity. And your root. Feeling grounded in this earthly experience. Just laying steady for a moment. Just letting yoga do what it needs to do. You do not have to do anything. Right now, everything is perfect, whole, and complete. Just letting that soak in for a few more moments. And now, without moving or opening your eyes, just lay steady and start to gather the sounds in around you. Just slowly, they start becoming a little closer again. And you begin to find that you have an awareness of your body resting on the mat. And breathing in with this refreshing breath. You slowly begin to reawaken. Take your time and begin to rub your fingers and wiggle your toes. Maybe roll your head from side to side. And then today, just give yourself a nice big long stretch. Really reach the arms up overhead. Really lengthen through both sides of the body. Maybe even yawn. And then hug your knees into your chest. Give yourself a big squeeze in and a cuddle there. And just rock gently from side to side, massaging the back a little. And when you're ready, we'll come up into seated to end the practice.